The following episode of Dad vs. Daughter was made possible by a contribution from Ravensburger. Hello and welcome to another episode of Dad vs. Daughter. I'm Tim the Dad.
I'm Megan the daughter.
And today we are playing Horrified.
Yes, this is from Ravensburger.
Yes, and designer Prospero Hall, which they've really been on a roll because, Villainous and Funkos. So this is all about saving a town that has been attacked by the classic Universal monsters.
Yeah.
It's a co-op game, so we're going to be working together to try to basically rid the town of these guys. They all have their own defeat conditions. So let's see if we can take them out.
All right.
All right, so in one corner we have our heroes. We'll get to those in a minute, but, more importantly, let's meet our bad guys. Now, these are not the big bads. They're not the monster of the week.
This is not Buffy.
These are classic Universal horror monsters. So, Megan, go ahead and tell us who we're up against.
First up, we have Dracula, and our objective with him is to smash his 4 coffins that are in the cave, the dungeon, the crypt, and the graveyard, and then we need a +6 strength to defeat him. Second off, in the museum, we have just the mummy, the original Universal mummy. So we have to go to the museum, use any of our yellow item strength to figure out this little decoder, and then we have to have a +9 strength to defeat him.
In red.
In the red, yes. And then we have Frankenstein and his bride, who we are trying to get them to become more human so we can set them up and get married and live happily ever after. It's really cute and wholesome.
Do they really get married?
I mean, they're Frankenstein and the bride. I feel like the bride means they're going to get married.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to kind of get her to the altar.
All right, so let's talk about who we are. I am not Gilligan. I'm not Skipper. I am the professor. And I have a special action, and that is I can move any hero or villager 1 space. And I'm going to start in the hospital because, professor started in the hospital. You think a doctor would, but maybe he's like a psychologist or something.
Maybe. I mean, there really isn't like a university or anything for him to go to, I guess.
So you'll know this is me. You can tell based on that and my purple base.
Yep.
So I will start down here in the hospital.
I am going to be the scientist. I get to add a +1 strength to my object, so that's going to kind of come in handy since everything here kind of requires a strength for defeating.
And you are going to start in the Institute.
And in blue. I got dibs on blue.
You did get it blue. We already have the board seated with 12 items, and the items tell you exactly where to place them. So,
that one says goes to the docks.
Yeah, when you look at an item, you've got the strength value up here at the top. And then you've got the location down at the bottom. So this is a strength of 2. It's a flower, and it's going to be at the docks.
It's a strong flower if it has strength of 2.
We're each going to start with 1 perk card. Now, the perk card that I have is Late into the Night. And this allows the current player takes 2 additional actions. And you can see you can play this during any hero phase. So I can play this on Megan's turn if I wanted to.
And subsequently, I can play my taxi ride on your turn. I can just move you here to any non-water space. And the water spaces aren't really going to be relevant because that's only for the
creature
swamp
from
man.
the swamp man, the swamp thing.
Swamp thing.
Yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
So we're not really going to worry about the waterfront, the river, or the lagoon in this setup.
Just know that the players and monsters and villagers, none of them can go in there. The only person that can go is the creature.
Yep, so we all have to stay on land and use little bridges and pathways, but they're all nicely illuminated for us in this dark and creepy night.
It is, and it's a very nice, colorful map.
It's very vibrant. I love it.
So here is a reference guide that shows you what the hero phase is, because hero is going to take all their turns, and then the monster is going to take their turn. I'll talk about that in a minute. So based on the number of actions we can take, we both have 4, as indicated on the top of our player board. We have move, and that is move to an adjacent space and taking any number of villagers with you. So you're trying to basically protect them.
Yep.
because
And they have certain locations they need to go to. So once they appear on the board, you kind of want to save them from the monster so they don't get like beaten.
yeah, because that's a bad thing. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that in a minute. Next, we have guide, and that allows us to guide one villager to or from an adjacent space. So if they're next to us, we can get them to come to us, or we can push them somewhere else. We have pick up any number of items in your space. So as you'll see on the board, we have multiple items that are in some of the locations. Whoops, I just pointed at that one, but
Yep.
I want to point here and down there. And,
There.
yeah. So that means we can get all of the items in that one space, and there's no limit to what we can carry.
Yep.
Next thing we can do is we can share items between heroes that are in the same space. If you're familiar with Pandemic, games like that, that's usually kind of a standard thing.
Pandemic.
Usually you get that for free, but here you got to pay for it. Next we have Advance, which is a task by using an item at the specified location.
Yes.
So usually that means that we are going to be taking on the bad guy.
Yep, and as you can see too, we also have an overlay here for the museum that is specific to the mummy. So certain villains, or I guess monsters, kind of have certain overlays, but the mummy is the only one here that kind of has that.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the other ones in our review. Okay, going back to our card here, we have Defeat. That is to defeat a monster by using items in that monster space. So that's how we're going to take them out. And once we take them out, then they're out of the game for good. And then finally, we have our special action, and it says, as noted on your hero badge. And we already talked about that. And then any player may play any number of perk cards. So as you collect perk cards, you're going to be able to use those whenever you can play those. Now, you're going to pick up a perk card when you have successfully gotten a villager to their designated spot that they want to go to. So now that we've talked about the heroes, let's talk about the monster phase. So after every hero takes their turn, the monster gets to go. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to draw items from the item bag and place them on the board. Now this is going to be based on the monster card. So we'll talk about that more in a minute. But
And it is important to remember, once you have used an item, it does not go immediately back in the bag unless it says so. So that's very important to keep in mind. Don't just toss them back in.
yes. Next we have the event. So we're going to resolve the event unless the monster isn't in the game, because there are 6 monsters total in the game, and those that are not in there, we're just going to basically ignore them. And then finally we have the monster strike, where the monsters are going to move and they're going to attack according to their symbols.
But which monsters get to do that, you may ask? It's coordinated to this little card. So here on top is the number of items we will pull from the bag. Here is the event, so it will tell you what to do. And it's also kind of color coordinated to each monster. And then the monster strike is referenced down here. So this one you see is for the creature, Dracula, and the frenzied monster.
Right.
Which is kind of the one that's really upset at you and is just going to get to go, and that could be the same monster goes twice. So then that shows down here though how much movement they get and then how many dice to roll.
Yeah, and each of the monsters has a frenzied value, and you place the monster cards basically so that you go from lowest to highest. And in this case, Drac is his number 1, Mummy is number 2, and Frankenstein is actually number 3.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's
think it's
kinda-
because they got 2 people.
That's kind of cool that we actually pulled
It's
out
that
1, 2, and 3. So there's going to be certain things that allow the frenzied marker to move,
Yep.
and like Megan showed you on the monster card,
They could go
that's going to
twice.
determine what they do. So one other thing I want to talk about is that we are going to be rolling dice. Now the dice have 3 different faces. They have a blank, they have a POW, I call them a POW, it's basically a damage, and then we have the special dun 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 with an exclamation point.
Yep.
That means that the monster is going to be able to do their special ability. Now Drac's special ability is something I like to call the smolder.
Okay, Eugene Fitzherbert. I think he does it better than Dracula. But his is the Dark Charm, so you place the current player's hero in Dracula's space. So he's just kind of lured you closer.
Yeah. And the Mummy. All right, so if you've seen Night at the Museum, they have this
Yes.
golden tablet that brings all the things in the museum to life. Well, this Mummy, he's kind of got a tablet, and the numbers are out of whack. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do is we have to get these numbers moved around, but his special ability causes something bad to happen.
Yep, so you flip the lowest scarab face down. So in this case, the 1 here would get flipped down.
And you have to spend an action in order to flip that back up. So you can't take him out if you have any of those flipped.
And you can't kind of move it either, so it becomes an obstacle as well.
And then here comes the bride is their special ability.
So that just means you move the bride 1 space closer towards Frankenstein.
Yeah, because you don't want them to get together.
Not while they're still a monster. You want to wait till they're human and they're nice and compatible, and then they can live happily ever after.
And then finally, we are going to lose the game if our, basically I call it the Doom track. If it goes all the way, the Terror track or Horrified track, goes all the way to there.
Really scared.
And whenever
Towns die, and it's just a sad day.
Whenever a villager dies, we're going to move that. Whenever we basically die, we're going to move that, because we can be hurt by the monsters if we're in their space.
So we have to
and we roll that POW. We have to give up tokens in order to basically fight against them. And if we don't have enough to cover that, then we are hurt. We get sent to the hospital, and we come back on our next turn.
Yep.
All right, so let's get ready to play. The rules say that the player who last ate garlic gets to go first. I actually had garlic on my steak the other night.
Yeah. I haven't had garlic in a little bit, so you can go for it.
I'm down here.
Okay, so we need red items to destroy the crypts. We need yellow to go to the museum. And we need either yellow or blue to mess with Frankenstein's.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this real fast.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the church. I'm going to take the holy wine.
Is it wine?
Yeah.
What you got?
It's wine. It's 2 wines.
Oh, it is wine.
Yeah, I can double drink.
Double fist.
So 1 to move, 1 to pick up.
Yep.
So that's 2. 3 goes here, and 4 goes to the mansion.
Mansion, hanging out. All right, so that was your face. Now it is the monster face. So we are going to be drawing 3 items from the bag. And this is the hurried assistant. So we are going to place Fritz at the tower. So while you drop some items, I'll get Fritz over here.
Drop the gun at the precinct.
We got a kite at the tower.
Fire at the barn.
That sounds dangerous. That's in, I think, Cotton Eye Joe, the barn's on fire. I think that's what the song is. And our monster order is going to be the Frankensteins and then the Frenzy Monster. So, we are first going to start with Frank. He's going to move 1. He's going to move to the closest hero or villager.
Which is, he's just going to move to the church.
He's going to move there, and then he gets to roll 2. I'm going to go ahead and roll. Or actually, no, he's not going to roll because no one's there.
Yeah, you only roll dice when you got somebody there.
But she gets to move 1, and she's going to tackle Fritz there. And that's, well,
yeah.
Nice knowing you, Fritz.
Villagers have no defense, so
he did.
We're going to move up on that track.
He lived a very short time. His like first 5 minutes supernatural.
Frenzied monster is Drac.
Yep.
So he's going to move 1, so he's going to move from the crypt to the abbey.
All right, that's it.
Abbey's something.
Is it the Downton Abbey?
The Downton Abbey? What?
Abbey.
This is more of the Downtown Abbey.
It's kind of to like the side abbey. All right, that was it. All right, so it's my turn. I have 4 actions. I'm going to go ahead and pick up for 1 of them. And then I'm just going to go 2, 3, and 4. Pick that up from the shop, the bear trap. All right. And I grabbed a spear gun and analysis from the Institute.
Your magnifying glass.
It says analysis. Oh, it is a magnifying glass. So that's what it's called. Just a little wonky.
All right.
All right, so that was that.
Monster turn.
2 items from the bag. It is the hunt is on.
The hunt is on.
If no hero has the item, it doesn't matter because there's no Wolfman in this game. So we don't really have to worry about that if that monster is not in the game.
Yep.
So that's cool. And it is going to be the creature and Drac, and then the frenzied monster. So Drac's going to move 1. It is towards you. He's going to roll 2. Go for it.
And so I have to give up 1 of my tokens to stay alive.
And then the frenzied one is Drac. So he doesn't move, but he's going to go ahead and attack you.
And I got to give up my other one.
And it's kind of nice to have extra items. You are safe for the moment, so we're good. All right, so your turn.
Okay, well.
And a monster cannot move if there is a hero or a villager in that space. They like essentially stop. So.
Yeah, any other movement. And we're only moving them, 1 apiece, I think.
Yeah,
so they will move more. So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this fire poker. I should just poke Drac right in the face with it.
Oh, nice.
And then I've got a mirrored box. So that was one. Let's.
Um,
I got to pick up some stuff.
I would head
go
up
get
to
the
the
gun.
the precinct. That's 6. That's pretty good.
But I
To
could go up to the
go-
camp and I could get a 4
You
there.
could, and then you need +6 for the cave.
Yeah, I got to get some
yeah.
other stuff. So that
Yeah.
was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Sounds good. You're safe there.
I am
for
safe.
right now.
I'm not gonna use my perk card. At the
All
moment.
right. So 3 items from the bag, please, and it is the innocent. Place Maria in the barn.
Maria's the little girl.
Yep, she needs to get to the camp. So she's got to go over there.
Okay, so we got a crucifix to go to the church. We got a rifle, but it looks actually more like a shotgun, but that's gonna be in the barn. And
With the child.
Yeah.
And the barn's on fire. Oh no.
And we have.
We should probably get her.
We have something. What is that? That's going to the institute.
Rotenone. It's probably some
Poison.
element or something. I don't know. Not sure. So, the Frankensteins are up. So, Frank
Frank's
is going to move 1. She's going to move 1. And the Frenzied Monster, which is Dracula, is going to move closest to you.
Yep.
And that's it. Alright, so that was your turn. I'm up.
Oh, the other way we actually lose besides this is if the monster deck is empty and we go to draw a new card and we can't.
So that's kind of got different timers in this game. So I am actually... yeah, I could do that. Alright, so let's go 1, 2, 3. And then I have enough items here. I'll go ahead and take a crack and use the
You're gonna smash the coffins.
smash the coffin there at the graveyard. I have 8. Unfortunately, can't make change, but go ahead and do that and get this out of the way because I had 6. Turns over to a smashed shide and it goes to the graveyard. Woohoo! So we got
So-
1 done, and that was that. So we're gonna get 3 items from the bag. Fortune teller. We're gonna place Malibu at the camp. She's the old lady.
You said 3, right?
Yeah, and she needs to get to the shop.
Docks.
The knife.
And
Get some
And-
garlic.
camp.
Alright. So the Wolfman, which he's not in this game. Alright, so the Frenzied Monster is Drac. He's going to move 1 closest to the person.
And he's gonna go to the camp.
He gets to roll 2. At
Hey,
least she's
alright.
safe. We didn't lose
Should probably
someone.
use some voodoo magic on him.
Yeah, who knows. Alright, so that was my turn. So you're up. Grab that gun. If you grab the gun, you could go... Actually, yeah, you need to grab the gun and probably get
Well-
to the cave or grab some items at the camp.
The problem is I need to get Drac out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, I will pick that up for 1,
Okay.
2, 3, and then I'm gonna use my special ability to move the villager to me. And that
Nice.
way I can kind of protect the
She
villager.
needs to get to the shop if you can.
The shop.
Shop's over here if you can kind of maneuver her,
All right.
maybe.
So that's my turn.
Alright. 3 items. On the move, move the Frenzy Mocker to the next monster.
Yeah, so you're gonna go to Emotep.
And then move each villager 1 space towards their safe location. So, oh no, Maria's gonna end up here at the theater. She's gonna head to the shop, which is closer for her to move there. And that's the only villagers we have. So now the Frenzied Monster is the Mummy. He is gonna move 3. So he's gonna go attack the lady there.
Yeah.
Gets 2, go for it.
Oh.
Oh, well, hey, that was... Dang it.
What?
I wanted it to be... Nope, never mind. I was thinking the event. It's not. It's fine.
So we're gonna
You're
flip
good, just
2
flip
of
2 of
those over.
She's safe for now. That's good.
So that was just the frenzy.
That was just the Frenzy Monsters. That was you.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to pick up these here for 1. So that's 4. Let's see. Let's go 2, 3. So we need 3 for the museum. Yellow for the museum.
Well, you can get to Frank, and you can use that thing on him to turn his dial.
You're
And when you do that,
right.
you get to move him away.
True, yeah, good job. So wait, so I did picked up 1, move 2, 3. You know what? Let's do this. Let's not pick up those. So we'll do 1, pick up that for 2, and then move here for 3, and then 4. So use that In Frankenstein's space, use the yellow. Increase the monster's humanity by the item strength. Do we want to use 5? Because I can't add.
You always
to the
get that.
item you use. Yeah.
You always have the ability. So yeah,
5.
you're gonna move it 5, and you can move Frank 5 spaces
Move
away.
the monster that many spaces. All right, buddy.
So you can move him all the way down to the Institute, which would be
That would kind of keep him away. Yeah. He's
or you can move him down to the crypt. That was actually probably
the
better.
crypt. I mean, they're
So
both
1,
3
2.
spaces away.
Yeah, but he's that
From
way. It'd be
getting-
further from the bride.
True. Go ahead and drop him in the crypt. All right. So that's that.
He's got his hands up. Don't shoot.
No, that's bad. All right. Monster phase. 3 items. The worried fiance. So place Elizabeth at,
yes,
the
and
mansion.
it is Elizabeth. So I just want to point out that she's never been horrified.
What?
She's never been horrified.
Okay. If you say so. Can you find Elizabeth over there and drop her in the mansion
Yeah.
with the mummy? Yeah, the bride. There you go. All right.
This is going to go into the mansion. It goes in the barn.
All right. The barn's still on fire. So now the Frankensteins are going to move 1. So we're going to move Frank over there. They're not going to move because they've got a child. They roll 2. And
That was.
move the bride 1 space towards Frankenstein. She's going to move there.
That's actually good.
And then the frenzied monster is Imhotep, and he's there, so he's going to roll 2. Taking them both out. All right then, so that's fine. You wanted to kill the bride? We just got the bride out. All right. It wouldn't really mattered. So actually, we will move that on the track. Yep. All right, so that was my turn. So you're up.
Back to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's.
We're kind of surrounded, dude.
I'm gonna go 1. I'm gonna pick her up.
Okay.
2,
Drop her off at the shop.
3.
Here's a card for your trouble. She is safe.
Yeah.
She's not dead. We're good.
A hero may give any number of items to one other hero, no matter where they are. You know, I'm going to give you. You know, I'm going to hold on to that.
Okay.
And I could.
So that was you were here. So
I could use this and do 2 actions. She's going to the camp.
She's going to camp, which is where Drax at.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use that, so I can take 2 extra actions.
Okay.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 1, 2.
Okay.
And I'm gonna protect her.
Alrighty. So we get 2 items from the bag. This card is for the Invisible Man, which we do not have at the moment.
We got the laboratory and the institute.
But Imhotep is up first, so he's gonna move 1
towards you.
Hi Imhotep, how's it going? He rolls 3.
Oh.
2. Oh man, that's not good.
No.
All right, and then Frankenstein is gonna move 1, and he's good there. Yike! All right, that was that. You're up.
That was my turn.
That was your turn. That
Yeah.
was my turn. Alrighty. I am.
You go to the museum.
I was gonna go to the museum. Yeah. So 1 pickup for 2, please.
And you get all these yellows.
Which is what we're gonna need. So I get a tablet, which actually looks like the one from at the museum. I get a canopic jar and the scrolls of Thoth.
So you still have 2 actions.
Do have 2 actions. So
you could use that 3 along with your ability, which would be 4, and you could flip over all those.
Or have a 4.
I'm just saying, you have your special
yeah, that's
ability.
fine. All right, so 3, make it 4. Flip them over.
1, 2,
3,
4.
All right.
And then
That was so I
you
moved
just have 1 more.
2. Okay, so let's do 5. Let's
Okay.
kind of play around and see how we can move these. So you have to follow the grid up here. So we have to get them. Okay, so we can do this one. 1, 2, 3. That one's good. And then 4, 5.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 set. All right. Cool. So we did
The
that.
only problem is trying to get this 1 back up there. That's going to be.
We might have to rearrange, but
Yeah, you're going to have to do a lot of rearranging.
it's.
What you're going to want to do
I mean,
is.
did we want to maybe not do that? I mean, we got the 6 where we need to. So that was 3 to get the 6 there.
I would say I would probably move the 5 up there and move the 3 over.
Okay. So 4, 5. All right.
And then you can move the 5 down.
Okay. Yeah, and then move the 1
Yeah.
and then okay, got ya. I got you. Okay.
So that was your turn?
That was my turn. All right. So, monster. 3 items, please. The ichthyologist. That's a funny word. So plays Dr. Reed at the Institute. Dr. Reed, that's Dr. Reed. He's gonna go down there. Creature is gonna go, which she's not here. And the frenzied monster, which is Emotep, is gonna move 1 closest to me. And he rolls 2. I'll
Flip
give
this one
up
back.
this item. And yeah, we'll do that. Alright. So how was that? Your turn.
Okay. She is going to the camp.
You could
Right.
get her to the camp
1, 2, 3.
in 4. But then you're with Drac. But then she would be safe and you get a perk
Yeah,
card.
I'm gonna do that. I'm
Okay.
gonna go 1, 2, 3. So she's been saved.
There you go.
And I got 1 left. Whoops.
Pick up items.
Each player draws and places 1 item from the bag. I'll hold on to that one. Well,
You might as well,
I could go over to the cave
just to say
because
safe.
then Drac's got to come try to find me. So I'm gonna do that. That's my last action. I'm gonna hide in the cave.
Alright.
It's the Bat Cave.
Ha ha ha. That's funny. Alright. Oh, dang it. It's your turn.
How many am I?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I'm
Oh.
upset. I wanted this card so bad. And I
Okay.
got it last time.
So I'm gonna let Megan explain because this is kind of a fun thing.
I wanted this though, because it's reincarnated soul. So if no hero has the soul sign, which is that token there, give it to the current player, and then move the hero with the soul sign 3 spaces towards the mummy. So essentially, you are now an Oxinamoon, which is what I wanted to be.
An Oxinamoon.
Oxinamoon.
Moon?
Moon is how he says it. An Oxinamoon.
Yeah, no,
I wanted to be that, but that's you.
that puts me with Frank though.
Well,
Which isn't
he's
necessarily
not
a
going
bad
to
thing.
move. He's not doing anything. The only
That's
one that's going to
true.
go off is Dracula. So he's going to move 1, which doesn't even matter.
So you've done that, and Drac's gonna move 1.
Drac's moving there. That's it.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't terrible. But now the mummy's just always going to come for you. Because you're his love.
Yeah, so the mummy's gonna basically ignore everybody else and come after me, which I do not look like his bride. I'm an old guy with glasses and white hair.
I mean, he kind of lost his eyes till he had to get him back. So, he doesn't
That's
have the
true.
best of vision.
All right, your turn.
My turn. Ooh, okay. I mean, I could, while I'm at the museum, I could use this
Yeah.
for 4. So we'll go ahead and do that.
All right, so 1 flips that over, and you got
Yep.
3 left.
So we're going to do 2, 3. That keeps that one there. And then, ooh, these are kind of like tricky. So we're all going to have to rearrange now.
Well, yeah, but we can get the 1 move that around, and we can get the 3 back up where it needs to be.
So move 2 down.
No, move 1 down.
This is 1.
Yeah, move it up.
Move it up.
Yeah.
Okay. You said move it down.
Sorry.
Push it down the other way. The other way.
So, is that it?
That's it. Yeah. 4.
Right.
Right. So that was 1 action. I'm gonna move away. I
Yeah.
need to honestly pick up some items, but I don't know if I can. I can't do that in any turn. But we're gonna go 2, 3, 4. We're just gonna stay away from some monsters. All right. Place a creature at the river. No items, so that's fine. Nothing's happening. But
Wolfman is not in the game, but
Wolfman's
the
here.
bride.
The bride is. She's gonna move 1 space closer. And yeah,
Yeah.
you're closer. So yeah, and she would roll for 3, but there's no heroes or villagers, so that's it.
But the frenzied monster.
Frenzy monster is the mummy, so he's coming after you
He's
for
moving
1.
1. So
Yep, that's it. All right, your turn.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Not too bad. They're all just
Um,
kind of surrounding you. Though.
So I'm gonna use this to dial up Frank for 3,
3, 1, 2, 3. He's at 8.
and then I can move him.
Sounds like he's
I'm
a
gonna move
computer.
him 1, 2. I'm gonna put him down to the graveyard. 3.
Alright. Okay, so that was
That was
1 action.
1 action there.
Do you want to pick up some items?
Yeah.
So 2.
There's 2.
And you should probably move slightly away. Maybe you could honestly
3,
4. There you
4.
go. Nicely done.
Yeah, because I can destroy that.
No items. That is the same card we just had. Interesting. So the bride is gonna move 1. Yeah,
What's this?
that's
Yeah.
for the creature.
Oh, the creature. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Okay.
It's literally the same card. So she's just gonna move one there, and nothing happens.
Mummy.
Yeah, the mummy. Hey, it moves one towards you.
Towards me.
So I'm still there. Nothing happens. It's okay.
All right.
All right, I'm up. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. So I'm safe. And he needs to get to the camp. We're just gonna go 4. All right, 2 items, please. The meeting. Move the bride 2 spaces towards Frankenstein. 1, 2. Oh no.
Let's see.
I'll edit that out. No one is actually going to go this turn because it is the creature, the Wolfman, and Invisible Man.
Cool.
So they're just close. So we kind of need to move them. I was kind of going to head that way, but we need to hope they don't meet yet. Yeah. You're up.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my my pistol, and I'm going to shoot the coffin and destroy it.
You're just shooting it. All right.
It's in the crypt.
Cool. So we got 2.
So that was 1.
That was 1 action.
I have, let's see.
You could go to the Abbey and pick up a stake. Is that a stake?
It's a stake.
Yeah, you could be the Slayer.
Now I got 3.
Honestly, you might want to move away. I mean, the mummy's still going to come after you either way.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think you can't get to her.
I don't have to do that because I could use my special ability. You're going to the camp?
I'm honestly probably going to move toward the bride. And try to. I got a lot of blues for
Okay,
her.
so you know what? I'm going to use my last. So
Yes.
I have 3 left. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to
Move
go
me?
1. Actually, I'm moving you, not the
Yeah,
person
don't
you're
move.
with. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
I'm going to put you there. And hopefully that the bride does not go off.
Okay. She's like a bridezilla right now. And we're safe.
And nothing.
No, but it's my turn.
But
If
I'm-
hero has it, give it to me.
I already have it.
Dang it. So move the hero with the soul sign 3 spaces toward the mummy. Dang, I want it. Yeah, the bride doesn't go off, but Drac will, because it is the Wolfman, Drac, and Invisible Man. So he's going to move 1, and he rolls for 2.
Alright, worry about him.
He
1.
hits you for 1.
You know what? Let's get rid of that.
Yellow. Get rid of the yellow.
Get rid of the yellow?
Okay, yeah, sure. Get rid of the blue. It's fine.
You got a ton of blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on the bride, so it's fine. I'm gonna give her a makeover, get her ready for their wedding day.
And that was your...
That
that was my turn.
That was your turn. You moved
So
me.
now it's you. So
Me.
now you can really...
I've got a lot of blue.
And remember, you get your +1 to the power.
Yep. So I think we're just gonna kind of work on her. So I've got a 3. I can make a 4. So
Yeah. Is that your highest?
that is my highest. They're all. Yep. My highest is a 3. So I'm making her a 4. She gets to move 4 away.
Now, you don't have to do that. You don't have to move. You can actually not move them.
But I want to get her away from Frank.
But don't you want to make her human? You can make her human, then move her away in your last turn.
But increase the monster's humanity by the item strength and move the monster that many spaces. It is not a and or, it's an and. Alright, so I'm gonna... Yeah, she only needs 4
1, 2,
more.
3, 4.
3 plus 1, 4.
So she's...
Guess what? She's a happy bride.
Now you can move her 4
I can.
away.
Yeah, because Frank's not quite ready yet. He's got some cold feet. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
So that was 2 actions for me. And then I am going to... Nothing else really takes blue. I could go to the graveyard for 3, 4 pickup items. And then technically I have enough to be safe. So
Yeah.
I guess I'll do that. So 3, 4.
Alright.
Great. So 2 items. That's okay. Good thing I moved her. So move the bride 2 spaces towards Frank. 1, 2. And then none of our monsters are going off because it is the creature, Wolfman, and Invisible Man.
Cool.
So we're good. We are almost halfway through the stack though, so we need to get things into gear here.
Okay, so now it's me.
It's you.
I
Go
really
up
need to
to
go
the
with that.
camp. There's a lot of yellow at the camp.
Well, we don't really need the yellow.
Yellow we
yet.
need
Yellow is
for
him.
money and for
But
Frank though.
if I go over here, I can maybe take out that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine if you want to work on Drac.
Because that's all the way up in the barn.
So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. You could
Yeah.
get there.
I'm going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. 3 items, please. On move the frenzy marker to the next monster.
2,
So Frankenstein.
3.
And then move each villager 1 space towards their safe location. Unfortunately, that puts Dr. Reed with the bride, which now she is frenzied, actually.
Only
So,
Frank gets
only
frenzied.
Frank. He's with me. So he's going to move 3, but he's stuck there. Now he's rolling for 3. Oh, he's rolling 2. 2 items. I'll get rid of those. Actually, I'll get rid of the 1s, not the 2s. There we go. Alright, so that was you. Now it is me. I'm gonna go... I need to get...
Well, you might want to save Dr. Reed.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So 1, 2, 3...
Go that way.
Actually... Oh, that's a hero, not a villager. Okay. Yeah, let's actually do that. So I'm gonna do place a hero in any non-water space. So I'm gonna just teleport here and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, just so we're kind of out of the way of people at the moment.
Okay.
Then I have items, so that's been used. So 3 items. Place Dr. Cranley at the laboratory. The doc over here. Alright,
So-
Invisible Man is gonna go, but he's not here. And then the Frenzy Monster, which is Frank, just moves 1. So that was me. On to you.
Alright, well, 1, I'm going to pick all these things up.
And then go 2, 3, 4.
4,
So you're
yep.
set up. Alright. 3 items. And place Lucy in the theater.
You see in the skies with diamonds. 3.
Yep. And
Right.
Drac is actually going to go. He hasn't gone in a while, so he's going to move 2. Which is 2. And the Frenzy Monster is Frank, which, oh no. He has met his bride.
Uh-oh. So that's bad.
That's not good. Alright,
Right.
so they have met before they're prepared. We
Yeah, we
advance at 1. He goes to the graveyard. She goes back to the tower. Oh no, that's where I'm at.
No, she goes to the dungeon.
Dungeon. My
Which is
bad.
where I'm at.
That's where you're at. Just calm her down a little, will ya? It's okay. That was it. Because it was Frank and that's how they met.
Okay.
So that was you. So now it's
That was
me.
me.
I go to the camp. 1, 2. Can I get to the camp? 1,
Yep,
2,
yep.
3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you get a perk card.
Doctor, you're safe. Rush. Move a hero up to 4 spaces. Nice.
Which, does it say move another hero? Or
Move a hero.
so you could go, you could move 4 spaces if you would like.
I kind of want to stay there to pick up items next turn.
Um,
I think I have enough items if
Okay.
a creature comes after me, so. Which, no items, but place Drac in the crypt. So he's gonna go all the way back there.
he flew.
This little
Boy, his arms are tired.
Whew. Alrighty, so, Invisible Man, which we don't have. The Bride.
That's
Actually,
fine.
no, that's Frank. Frank's gonna move 1. He's good. And the Frenzy Monster, which is Frank. He's gonna go 1.
Yep.
We're good. Your turn.
And
You got
me?
6. You got- yeah,
I
you
have a
have
6.
6.
I'm going to use the rifle and shoot that up.
In the dungeon. There we go. We took 1 out of the crypt, but you put it in the cave.
Oh.
I was like, wait.
So that was 1.
That was 1. We're good. 2.
3.
She needs to get to the mansion if you want to kind of move her that way.
Yeah.
4.
4.
Okay. 2 items. Invisible Man's event, which we don't have. The Mummy is going to move 1 closer to you. The creature is not there. And Frank is going to move there. So that's it.
All right, your turn.
1. Get all this stuff. Can you move me to the cave? Actually, no, don't move me to the cave. I don't have enough.
Why don't you go to Frank?
Yes, I have yellows. Yeah.
So
that was 1, 2,
3,
3.
and then you can.
5.
You only need 1, 2, 3.
I'm at 3? Alright, 3. There we
You
go.
have a 2?
This is a 3.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Well, I'm gonna say you hit your ability.
Yeah, but, yeah.
So Frank is now human. So now we want to get the 2 together.
Oh, I want to hook them up. How cute. Alright, I've got items if I'm going to get attacked, so let's go. 2 items.
Oh, the smolder.
The Smolder. Move the hero or villager closest to Dracula 3 spaces towards him. That's me.
And,
I fell for the Smolder.
and camp.
How's it going? Imhotep is moving 1 closer to you.
Which?
Hi. He's gonna roll for 2. And he's the only one.
I can.
You've got items, yeah.
Do I want to get rid of?
Get rid of the yellow.
No,
There's
I'm
the
gonna
red.
keep the yellow.
Okay.
Because we need
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna head there, I think, so.
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Actually, you got a lot of yellow. You know
yeah,
what?
that's what I'm saying. You
Here,
can
I'm
get rid
gonna
of the
keep
yellow.
that. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Just in case.
The other creatures were Invisible Man and the creature from the Black Lagoon, so we're good.
Right.
My turn? Yeah, that was
That was you.
No, it was
Was it?
move the hero. It was me because I made Frank human. So it is your turn.
Okay. Where am I getting her to? The mansion?
The mansion, so where Frank is. If you could drop her there.
Yeah, let's get her off the board. So 1, 2.
There you go.
Choose one. Place the creature in any space or move any monster 3 spaces.
The inn is getting loaded, by the way, with items.
It's getting loaded at the end.
It's got some goodness.
So we're
I
going
will
to do
use
this.
your word there.
I'm going to use this. I'm going to move Frank 3 spaces.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
So
because
try
we
to
need
get
to
him with the bride.
hook up.
So that was 1, 2. I still have 2 left.
Go to the...
1, 2. And
I was going to say you can go to the Abbey and pick up 2, honestly.
well, but I want to
Yeah,
go here
closest to the cave.
and then we'll
Gotcha.
hopefully. Well, then we need yellows to take out Drac.
Okay. Cool. So that was that.
Yeah.
No items. Place the creature in the lagoon. Doesn't matter. Wolfman.
bride.
The bride is going to move 1 closer to her lover, and then Frankenstein is moving 1.
Wait, does Frankenstein move towards her?
Yeah,
No.
they're human now.
Yeah, but I think Frank moves towards me now.
No.
Yeah, Frank
well,
moves towards
he
me.
would move here. This
Or the
guy's
closest.
closer. That's it, though.
Yeah.
And how we could hook them up. We're close to hooking them up. Right, that
Play
was
by
it.
the rules.
We are
That was me.
got like a 4th left.
Yeah, we're doing good.
I'm
think.
worried about the mummy.
Well, we're about ready to take out
Drac.
and Frank.
I am gonna get to the museum. I'm gonna move a hero up to 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. That
Yeah.
is.
That was that freebie.
That is the freebie. So then I'm at the museum. I have a 5 because that's a 4. Make it a 5. So let's figure this
Move
out.
3 over.
3
so
over.
that's 1. Move the 4 down. It's 2.
2,
Move the 2.
3, 4. Here's another. So that was 1 action technically.
Was that 4? But you have a 5 power because your ability.
Yeah.
You gave me a 4.
I did give you a 4. Okay, so.
Move the 3 up.
So,
Okay.
I'm gonna lose some, but that's a 4. It doesn't even matter if it's a 5. So
1,
2.
2, and
We're good.
we're good. Now we got to make sure these don't get flipped
Yes.
until we.
And then we need 9 red. So that was 2 actions for me because I used the
Because you use
freebie.
your card and then you use 2. Yep.
So we need reds for him. Yellows once we get that crypt smash. And we need to hook up the Frankensteins.
I'm gonna smash the thing.
And then we need yellows. Okay, you've got reds. So that was 2. Let's move 3, 4. That good, you think?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you're gonna need yellows.
All right. 2 items from the bag. It is the Wolfman, so we don't worry about him. The creature is not there. So Dracula is moving 1 in the Abbey. And the Frenzy Monster is Frank. He is moving 1, so he's going to move there. Stop running away from your bride. We need to get you together. That's it.
All right, my
So
turn.
you're up, yep.
So 1,
You got 6.
2,
Bam. So now we need 6 to defeat Drac.
yellows.
You want to go back to the camp and pick up that yellow? So you have it? What are your perk cards?
Let's give you anything,
Okay.
regardless of where I'm at, and we can draw more things from the bag.
Okay. Do you want to
Which, you know what?
reseed?
Just each player draws 1 item from the bag.
That's better.
So I'll use that, and
Okay.
I will draw at the shop.
Oh, there's not many items in there. The tower. Okay.
So I still have 2 left.
Honestly, it's a cave.
So
Or
3,
4. Okay. 2 items. Wolfman's card is the same card as last time. So Drac is going to move 1. So drop him in the mansion. And the Frenzy Monster is going to move. Oh no. He's there. He rolls for 2. We're good.
Missed. Oh, he's human now.
He is human. He's not as angry.
Is he singing human again?
Aw, from Beauty and the Beast, maybe. Alrighty, so my turn.
That was me.
Yeah, so, okay. How do we get them to move? Is that with the guide? Oh, that's a villager. How do we get them to meet?
We can use the things and move them.
Oh, the tokens?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. And then this is a 3, make it a 4. It's for the bride. 1, 2, oh no, dang it, I can't do that. Give me that back. I can do it for Frank. 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Use the yellow to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And that does not require any action.
They're happily together.
Yeah.
Yay!
So the frenzied marker is going to go to Drac, and they are out of the game.
Out of the game. So just move that up so we know not to worry about that. They're good. Yay! Happily ever after. That was that.
That was it. All right.
That was that. Okay, monster time. 2 items. And we don't have to worry about them because they're happy.
Tower and the...
And no monsters are triggered because it's the creature, the wolfman, and invisible man. But we are really getting low, so we need to go after some people. You need items, dude.
So that is all...
This is reds and Drac is yellow.
None.
You need to get some. Go to the inn. Dude, load up at the inn.
Well, I can go to the theater and I can get more red. I need red to take him out.
Yeah, those are 5s. Yeah, go there.
So 1, 2. So the problem is it's going to be 1, 2, 3,
Pick up.
4.
That's better than
I
nothing.
wish I had an extra action here.
I know, but you're good. 3 items. Egyptian expert. Place Professor Pearson at the cave.
Laboratory. Now,
That guy, I think, at the cave.
Since I don't have anything else in the bag, I got to put all the other
Yes.
tokens back, and I'm still drawing 2 more out.
Okay. Emotep is then gonna move. He's moving 2 closer to you.
The barn and the laboratory.
Okay. Just where I'm at. So he moved to you. He's rolling 2 for you. 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, don't lose those 5s. We
Yeah.
just got, yeah. And then the frenzy monster is Drac. He's moving. I'll move him 1, 2. It's the same distance to people, so. Alright. We need yellows for Drac and reds for Emo.
Well, I'm going to take Emotep out on my turn if he doesn't take me out.
Yeah, because I don't have enough. I don't have yellows.
There's 6 over here. You need 6 for Drac.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm taking the dude with me. Okay.
Where's he wants to go? He wants to go to the precinct.
Yeah.
But yeah, you keep him safe.
I'm keeping him safe for now. 3 items. Place Wilbur and Chick at the shop. I wondered when they were coming up. Oh no.
So 3
That's
items.
where Drac is though.
So
And he's frenzied.
mansion. Oops, that's the church and the shop.
Alright. And nice knowing you.
Yep.
They always die like the moment they come up.
I got scared to death.
Both of them, that sucks. Alright, that was my turn.
That was your turn?
Kill Emotep.
Guess what? Yeah, there's 10. He needs 9.
Bam.
I'm in his space. Emotep.
At least you don't have to marry him. You just had that chariot, like, take him back.
Yeah.
That lovely CGI chariot.
Okay, so that was 1.
That was 1. Good job.
And
You need yellows, which I'm gonna get. You just might want to run
here,
away.
hang on.
That's 4.
So that was 1.
Yep.
2, 3,
Pick up for 4.
4. Hang on. I'm going to use this, and a hero may give any number of items to any other hero wherever they are.
I appreciate
So
that.
there you have that.
Do you actually? 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
actually, I
4.
get everything.
1, 2, 3. You would come to me. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Forgot
To
I got
make
everything.
sure. All right. And we don't have to worry about the mummy. 'Cause now he's gone. You're good. No items. Wolfman Drac is gonna move 1, and that's that. All right, he's actually closer to me, which is good.
Yep.
So I'll pick up those items for 1. And move
You going to leave
me-
him there?
Yeah, you
Leave
can
him in the
just
Abbey?
chill in the Abbey. There's a movie about that now. He can just watch that.
So 1.
Yep.
2, 3.
Well, I picked up for 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
have 1 more left. And
Right, how
you
many
need
does he need?
6 to defeat him.
There's some wooden stakes, and that actually
You
kills
gonna
a
dust him?
vampire. I am gonna dust him. I'm gonna be the Slayer.
So, yeah,
Dun, dun, dun.
He is dead.
He's
All right,
busted.
so
We're good.
we are going to actually rejoice in the fact that this is the first time you and I together
Yes.
have actually won the game.
Yes.
So let's get the Horrified trophy.
3 cards to spare.
All right, so now that we have kicked the monsters' butts,
And I dusted him.
let's get to what we think. All right, Megan, I think I'll let you go first.
You know what? I'm actually gonna let you go first because you're the one that first knew about this game. You were very excited to get a sneak peek of it at Gen Con, and this is kind of more, I think, your thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you go.
So I do want to point out one of the things we didn't do is when we defeated Emotep, we should have removed the museum overlay. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean,
But that would have come off the board.
so take it off.
All right.
Anyway.
All right.
Let's go.
Yes. So I want to talk. Let's just kind of do a bounce back and forth
Yeah,
here.
because we have a lot of the same things. I
So,
think.
so we're going to talk about gameplay first.
Okay.
Gameplay, I think, is really cool. This
So
game
cool.
is very fast.
Yes, once
It-
you know what you're doing.
It is very thematic.
It is.
And it's a lot of fun because it's a co-op, so we're constantly working together. We're telling each other, this is what I think we need to do, or this is what I think maybe we need to focus on. And we were able to do that fairly easily. I
Yeah.
thought. I mean, we still had 3 more spaces left on the terror track.
Yeah, and we had 3 more cards left on our timer. So, but we were doing really good though. So I didn't think that was really too big of an issue.
Gameplay with that timer, you do have a sense of urgency because you have a limited number of turns in order to defeat all 3 of the bad guys.
That's why I kept checking how much left we had in the deck. I was like, ooh, we need to kick it in gear. We gotta get moving.
And you've got so many different types of abilities from the different characters and I know the game tells you to shuffle them up and you deal them face down, blah blah blah. We just like to pick our own, and I think
Yeah.
we've pretty much played with all of them. Let me
We
see
have
that stack
played
over
with
there.
all of them.
All right, so just quickly, I think you've played as the inspector.
I have, yeah. I have played as her.
I have played as the archaeologist, and I almost played with him this time around because of the Fez.
He doesn't have a mop though.
It looks like he's holding a mop.
Maybe it's a mop.
Right there,
It's
I think
probably
he's holding
like
a
a
mop.
walking stick.
We have not played with the courier.
We have not,
the little
no.
kid, because Kids and Monsters would be the Monster Squad movie.
Yeah.
Then we have the mayor.
I've played as her.
Actually, the first game that I won, I was the mayor.
Yes.
And then we have the explorer.
You
Now
played as her.
I have played as her, and
Dora.
you'll notice that she only has 3 action points, but she can teleport anywhere,
Yeah.
with the exception of water.
So that is kind of cool.
And these all look really good.
Thick cardboard, easy to read,
and
bright and
that's-
colorful.
And that's moving us into components. I think the components are awesome.
Yeah, but let's stick with gameplay right now before we jump too ahead because there's a lot to talk about.
Okay, well then I'm gonna let you take it away.
Okay, gameplay, I love it. I mean, we've played this a lot of times just because I think we wanted to test out all the different monsters. We wanted to play with all the different characters other than the courier. I mean, we have never won, the both of us together playing, with just us two. So we've come really close every single time. So I think we were just really determined then to try it around, like swap a couple monsters out, maybe swap a different character, play it around. We were just very eager for the next game, and I think that is just so cool. And I'm probably going to start going into components next, so I guess I'll just
Go ahead.
segue into that. The board is awesome. I
Yeah.
love this board. It's so vibrant, it's colorful. I love all these little not wooden, but the thick cardboard pieces, with all the different items that are really kind of unique to each location. I like that certain ones are kind of more designated to each location. Like the tower, the laboratory, the institute, they're all kind of more blue items. So that came into play with a couple other games. I think more with the Invisible Man, we kind of need certain colors. We kind of ran into problems with that guy. But, the dice are cool. The little, standees are nice. I like the cards a lot because they do kind of go a little bit of color coordination with, what monster color they are. I like that the symbols are really easy to read. And, if it's not a monster, it kind of has that, black and white effect to kind of keep it with the horror movies, especially the perk cards. Definitely look kind of that sepia tone.
Yeah,
sepia tone.
they definitely give you that old time Universal monster feel. like you're playing a movie basically.
Yeah, so it's really cool. You are kind of right into it. The all the components for each of like the player boards, like the little crypts here, are just really cool. I like that they have that. The dials for Frank and the bride are cool because, like, once they're happy, they have happy faces, but otherwise they look like little dials. You have the stones here.
Yeah, those are really cool.
You've got like the soul stone when you become an ox in the moon.
The soul stone.
Soul
Is
stone.
that one of the infinity stones?
We're crossing over to Avengers now. And then, you have like the talisman for the Wolfman.
And it tells you, the hunted, and then you've also got this because you're trying to get the antidote for him.
Yeah, but it does tell you, like, on the back, it corresponds with the symbol. So just like with the overlays, it tells you museum overlay, but it's for the mummy. So it's nice to know that, like, you have just ways to easily differentiate. It does tell you, though, on the back of each of the monster cards, the setup, what you need to have out, how you need to set up each of their boards. I know we kind of talked about this in our unboxing, each of the different ones. So here's the Invisible Man's. You good? All right. Then obviously we played with Dracula and the Mummy, and then Frankenstein's. But then here you have the creature from the Black Lagoon. You're trying to get the boat all the way there to the lair. And then the Wolfman, here you're trying to, like, make the antidote. So it was really cool. I like that it's, like, all very thematic.
And they play totally different.
They do, yeah. Each scenario has a totally different case. How you need to try to go about winning it.
Speaking of the other cool part of the components.
Yes.
Now, I have not painted because I am not a painter.
Paint.
But the detail that we have on these is really cool. Let's see, whoops.
Yeah, maybe pair it back a little, pull back. Not closer back.
There we go. You can see just the detail on him. Whoops, we lost focus again. But looks really cool. And the bride, of course, look, she's screaming at him.
Well, she's bridezilla till she gets happy.
You didn't put your dirty clothes in the hamper.
All right, then.
Talk to the hand.
All right. So, you've got Drac with his really cool cloak and all that.
Cloak? That's a cape. It's like Lando Calrissian. He's got a cape.
All right. Okay. Does he have a whole closet full in the Falcon?
Probably.
He has like a crypt full of all his.
Yeah.
Because, like, this is MTV. Welcome to my crypt.
Yeah.
So here's the Invisible Man. He's all, bandaged up and in his trench coat. This is actually the only Universal monster movie I've actually watched. So I watched in high school. So that was kind of interesting.
I think I've seen them all.
I definitely have not. I know I've definitely seen Invisible Man. And, you got Emotep.
Your favorite.
It is my favorite. I love The Mummy, if y'all haven't figured that out
now,
yet.
she's talking about the Brendan Fraser Mummy movie, not the original.
Brendan Fraser, Rachel Rise, John Hannah. Great movie. Arnold Vosloo. So here you have the creature who, he kind of looks a little bit like he could, like, play, like, high five with Frank there. Because they got, like, the same arm motions. Hey, bro.
Yo. Science bros.
Science bros. And then here you got, the Wolfman. So.
I just clapped for the Wolfman.
Okay.
Those of you that are older will understand that reference.
Yeah, nope.
And if you're too young to know what that is, look it up.
Consult the Googles. That's what I will do after this. But yeah, the components are super awesome. I have actually talked to the designer of the components on Twitter, so that was kind of cool. Reached out to him, talked a little bit. And he also did a couple other figures and stuff for some other games with Prospero Hall. So that's cool as well.
Yeah. So replayability, we kind of touched on it. There's a lot because you're going to have different combinations with the monsters. You're going to have different combinations with the heroes. The board setup is going to be different. Now, you saw that you were going to get a lot that's going to double up. So that's not a real big thing of the replayability, but even playing with different people and different player counts. I played this with 3, and I played it with 2. Really didn't notice any difference in the player counts because, the heroes get a turn, the monsters get turns.
Still co-op, too.
The only thing is you're going to be spread out on the board a little bit more. And maybe I played 2 games with 3 players. We lost the first one based on time, and then the next one we won.
Yeah. Going off replayability, kind of like you saw in this game, not all of the monsters will trigger. So you might not have an event happen, or you might not have, their, like, going after you occur. Like in this one, none of them, the Dracula would have gone, but there are some where, like, none of them happened. So that was kind of interesting, too. So, replayability there,
and that
kind of changes things.
Yeah, and having the frenzied thing on there where it kind of moves around, where you could be in a really bad place, because they could go twice.
They could just
and
go
really
after you, yeah.
But no, I don't think I could recommend this game enough. But there is a warning, and if you watched our unboxing, you know exactly what I'm talking about. We're going to show you right now. This board is just too cool.
It is really cool. And I have also posted this on Twitter, I believe.
But
that if a game comes with a warning, you know it's probably going to be good. But they do have a disclaimer, just so you know.
yeah.
So we feel it would be a little unkind to present this game without just a word of friendly warning. It sounds like the Twilight Zone there. You are about to unfold one of the strangest tales ever told. We think it will thrill you, it may shock you, it might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now's your chance to, well, we warned you, and we're kind of giving this a little late in the game, but you kind of knew what you're getting yourself into, I think.
Well, and that was in our unboxing. We
Yeah.
covered it there. Now, I will say that if you thought this was too easy or your games are too easy, guess what? Throw a fourth monster in.
You can,
Throw
yeah.
a fifth. Throw
Or-
all 6 monsters in. You know, what the heck? It's going to be tough, but
It
you
would
can,
be very tough.
you know.
It does tell you in the rulebook, you know, exactly kind of the difficulty levels. Like your first game, I think you're starting off with Dracula and the creature, I believe, because they are
Yep.
fairly simple. Dracula's kind of really easy to do. We normally kick him out very quickly. But the rulebook is awesome for telling you exactly everything you need to know. Even the cards are really well labeled, but, you know, it does tell you, like, difficulty level, complexity. But if you go back, I think, to, it's one of the first couple
And,
pages
and
here.
it's, I think the rule book was really
The
well.
rulebook is great, yeah. Difficulty level. So your first game, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula. Novice game, just any 2 monsters. Standard is any 3, and challenge is 4. If you really just want to amp it up, throw 5 and 6. Go for it.
That might be a little hard.
You might, but you know what?
But,
Go for it.
you know, it is a very satisfying experience.
This game is great. I'm so happy this is the first time we won, like both of us together. So that was really cool. You know, we pretty much got through all the cards, so that was nice as well. We've played this with multiple scenario setups. It's great. I know it is very difficult to get your hands on because every time I go to Target, I always check the game section, and this is never there. The spot is completely empty.
And as we're filming this, we're a couple weeks out from Halloween,
So it's a good time to get it, but it might be hard to get it.
excellent time to get this. Excellent
Yes.
time to play it. And it plays. There is a solo.
There is a solo
that you can
variant. That might be fun to actually try out
play.
one day on your own.
See, it'll tell you down there. There's the solo, but I'm gonna let you discover that on your own.
I do think, since this is Universal Monsters, I do believe I have seen this being sold at Horror Nights at Universal. If you happen to be in the theme park, and you might want to check out their gift shop, see if you can pick it up there. So I know, I think a couple people have picked it up there as well. So
I just noticed this
what?
on the very back. Here's your contents.
In case you didn't flip through it and read it the first time, I guess.
Well, I didn't catch that before. I mean,
No, but I mean,
up
here's
front
all
you
your
have this.
components.
Yes, but it also
That-
shows you that
yeah,
there. I didn't notice
interesting.
that.
Yeah.
But that was kind of cool.
The box, though, is super cool as well. More not like the insert. The insert's alright,
So
but it
that-
holds
yeah.
everything really well. But
And you have
it's,
your card spot here.
it's the side that gives you the history of each, you know, Universal monster, which I think is really cool if you need a refresher or just honestly don't know them. But I think everyone knows these monsters. They're your classics. Many people might not know the Invisible Man. I don't think he's as popular.
Yeah. Oh,
But,
there
you
we
know,
go. Oh, the
all
creature.
the other ones are, you know, your standard cookie cutter-esque monsters.
So the game does play, like I said, 1 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you know this would be a great Halloween game, but it's
It would be.
actually it's a great game to play anytime you're feeling like a little, you know, you want to be a little spooked.
You want to be a little spooked, you want to maybe go like film noir and just kind of delve into this. It's really fun, though. It's a great game no matter what time of year, but definitely adds to the spooky factor for October.
And I will say this, I've already considered this to be in one of my top 5 games of 2019.
I think it probably is too. I've been saying that about a lot of games because I feel like I have played a lot of really good games this year, but this one I definitely think is at least gonna be like an honorable mention, if nothing else. It's gonna be somewhere in my list at the end of the year.
Yeah,
But I'm thinking a certain Christmas game might be definitely in your list. I'm kind of calling it a Christmas game begrudgingly.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll talk about that later. But that is Horrified from Prospero Hall and Ravensburger. I don't think we can recommend this
No,
game
it's
any higher than what we
Great.
have.
If you can
It's
find
awesome.
it, great. Like, honestly, if you can rush out to Target the moment you watch this video, try to find it, pre-order it, go to your local game store, see if they've got it, get this game.
Actually, I think it's a Target exclusive, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And it's only like $35.
It's a great
And you saw
deal.
all the components.
Look at this game.
It's a no-brainer. $35.
Pick it up.
You get all this, yeah. Definitely get it.
Wonderful.
Horrified, and we will catch you guys next time.
Bye.
If you would like to support us, you can visit patreon.com/dadvdaughter.
Like and follow us on Facebook to stay current on our show schedule, sneak peeks at future shows, and to interact with us.